Welcome, guys. Dr. Ben here, F8 Well Centers. I'm going to go over today how the immune system and immune system deficiency and any issues we may be having with the immune system is not just a lack of vitamin D. It's not just a lack of a supplement. You need to take more zinc, anything like that. It could truly be other physiological things going in the body. And this is why we out supplement a weakened immune system. You cannot out supplement an immune system that is not mobilizing itself at the right time, getting activated at the right time, pulling itself down at the right time. So this is so important because there's a lot more going on inside of your body with your immune system than just what you're taking for supplements. So welcome, and if you want to learn all of these tidbits that you can do to get your body and get your immune system working as well as possible, stick with us here. Deanne, great to see you. Drop down below. Now living in Wisconsin. Lori, great to see you, former Coloradan. So pop down below where you guys are watching from. And I'm going to get into the brain and get into how the brain intimately is involved with the immune system. And it's so much more than just our immune system. It's either here or it's not, but there's intricate balances that need to take place. So if you have any questions at all, pop that down below. Love having you guys on here. If you haven't already, there's a little button up in your corner that has a little bell on it. And if you hit that, it will warn you and alert you anytime we go live. We're also live on YouTube. If you have not seen our YouTube channel and subscribe to that, Brittany will pop down below a link to that one. And we have over 550 videos on there, every topic you can imagine. If it's not one on there, let us know and I will do one on it. So on that note, let's jump into this, and good to see you guys all over the country. A lot of Floridians there, West Virginia, lots of people. Welcome, welcome. So let's get into this. The immune system, and we've been talking about this all along, COVID, everything, is controlled by so much more than just what supplements you're doing, and everybody's got the same immune system, and let's just give it a little bit more of a boost. There was way more to it than that. So here's a couple things that I saw in the research that I wanted to let you guys know about. There was research done on, it was probably college kids, on young adults, and they were doing sleep deprivation with these students, college students, and seeing what it did to their immune system, to their inflammatory response. And what the study showed was that even just one night, give me a thumbs up if anyone in the last week has had one bad night of sleep. There's probably going to be a lot of thumbs going up through there. So one bad night, even one bad night of sleep is going to stimulate this inflammatory response in the body. And it's going to start creating this cytokine revved up state, this inflammation. Those proteins are going to be floating around the body, creating more protein in that inflammatory state. And so basically what that means is if you get a bad night's sleep, let alone 2, 3, 4 in a row, you are going to be creating more inflammation going up and down the stairs. Your joints are going to be more sore, but it also means that your immune system is going to be a little bit depleted. So we've got to get that quality sleep, and going into that as well, we know that that melatonin is one of the best things that you can do. If you get COVID, taking melatonin is really, really helpful. And basically what happens is there's this rhythm between melatonin and cortisol. Melatonin is your sleep support. Cortisol is your rev up fight or flight support. And so what we're looking at, hey, thanks, Karen. I think Brittany is getting that taken care of. And Brittany, let everybody know if that has gotten taken care of the website. So melatonin is going to actually rev up our immune system to allow it to fight some things off, where cortisol is going to be more of a decreasing immune response as well in there. So if someone's in this chronic fight or flight state, they've got elevated cortisol, especially at nighttime, it's going to have some suppressing effects on the immune system, where melatonin, good quality sleep, is going to have a pro-immune system, pro-stabilizing kind of balancing effect similar to vitamin D on that immune system. So melatonin, not just taking it externally, but if your body's producing melatonin appropriately and getting that good quality sleep state, getting that melatonin response, you're going to be able to fight things off way, way better. So how important for your immune system is it to get that quality sleep? It's crucial. You've got to get good sleep. So again, any of you guys out there that did not get a good night's sleep for the last week, your immune system was depleted, and maybe that's when somebody gets sneezed on, or they touch the doorknob and there's some germs on there, or whatever, and then you're much more susceptible. So you could have been taking your vitamin D and your zinc and your C and your quercetin and all these things we've talked about, and yet if you don't get that good quality sleep, boom, you could be susceptible to that virus or bacteria that's coming in. We know that chronic stress or a major one-time stressor, I go to bed at 9 and wake up every 2 to 3 hours through the night. Rachel, check your blood sugar most often. If you have easy time going to sleep, hard time staying asleep, it is a blood sugar imbalance. Is it melatonin only good once in a while and not routinely? Yes, Angela, you do not want to take melatonin forever. That is definitely one of the things that we look at there. So, I'm not saying melatonin is a supplement that you need to take for your immune system. If you get COVID, yes, but otherwise, you need your good melatonin coming out from inside of you, and that's going to make a big difference. What about someone who stays awake in the wee hours of the burning and sleeps during the day? If that's on purpose, your whole rhythm is imbalanced. You got to kind of shock that system. First thing in the morning, you got to jump up out of bed, do your burpees, do your jumping jacks, and before bed, you got to do anything you can to shut that down. So we've done some other videos on that as well. So that's a big part of it. That chronic stress is going to increase those inflammatory markers as well. And this is going to be inflammatory like red alert inflammatory, cortisol, some of those things. That's going to decrease that immune system as well. We know physiologically that a major stressful event or chronic stress in there, you are going to be more susceptible to germs, more susceptible to bacteria, viruses, things like that. Victoria, so would melatonin be safe and helpful for teens with emotional problems and have trouble sleeping? Short-term, Victoria, that could be helpful. I would also, depending on where you live, if you have access to a brain map and potentially doing neurofeedback, that is a huge, huge part of that. Both emotional problems and sleep for teens, we've seen it hundreds and hundreds of times, major changes with that group. So you've got to get to the underlying cause. Melatonin, sure, could be a short-term help, but you've got to fix it. So we know that chronic stress is going to increase that inflammatory process. It's going to cause, potentially in the research we see, more cardiovascular disease, more rheumatoid arthritis, psoriasis, autoimmune conditions, all types of different things with that chronic stress, because again, it's going to rev up that inflammation. We're going to start attacking our own tissues, causing some major issues in there. Another part of the brain that can affect the immune system is what's called the cerebellum, and that's the lower part of the brain here, and that is going to have to do with eye movements, balance, coordination, some of these things. And so here's a couple simple ones to know if your cerebellum is okay. Put your feet together and close your eyes and see if you wobble, if you're swaying. Another one, put one foot in front of the other like this, so heel toe, have them touch, just cross and into the midline there, and then you close your eyes. And if you're like whoa and all over the place like that, your cerebellum is off. Do this, do this, do this, do this. If you're slow in any of those, your cerebellum is off. And this is a very common thing. We see people that have poor balance, they get car sick easily, they have no tolerance to alcohol. Your cerebellum is out of balance. That's going to affect your digestive tract and many other systems in the body. But we know that a imbalanced cerebellum, that if that part of the brain is not working right, your natural killer cells, your T cells, your B cells, all of these immune system cells are not going to be working like they're supposed to. So if that's the case, you need support and you need help in that cerebellum. One thing you can do is just start standing on one foot. You can start doing some of that like you're getting pulled over by the police and you're walking heel toe, front to back, front to back. You've got to start stimulating that cerebellum. This is probably one of the reasons why old people, if you're over 70, I'm not calling you old, older people may have had a worse time with COVID and why their immune system is more depleted because their cerebellum goes down. The more inactive somebody is, the less their cerebellum works. It needs this stimulation, it needs movement, all types of different things. If you're not doing things, if you're not moving, your cerebellum is going to be depleted. So again, check heel toe like this, and close your eyes and see what your body does, and then do feet together and check it this way as well. You can also just stand on one foot. If you can't stand on one foot, it's probably your cerebellum as well. So those are very, very important for the immune system. This is, again, more than just taking vitamin D. Your brain has a huge effect on this. We know that head injuries, give me a thumbs down if anybody's had a concussion, TBI, head injury, major car accident, anything like that. So if you have, then odds are you've got what we call leaky gut. Anytime somebody gets a head injury, it's going to cause irritation to that gut lining, and that's going to cause a lot more inflammatory process throughout that digestive tract. It's going to cause the immune system to be suppressed, but it's also going to cause this stimulation of inflammation to the brain and just feed that cycle. So with leaky gut, you get potential for autoimmune, food allergies, all these different things that are going to be problematic. So if somebody is out there, they've had a car accident and they have chronic sinus issues and allergies, but their balance is a little bit off and they get car sick when they're driving, very good chance that they had brain injury. It threw off that cerebellum, and now their immune system is suppressed and they're having this chronic allergies, chronic sinus issues, but that's going to lead to autoimmune conditions. Another thing that happens with that TBI or concussion or brain injury is the vagus nerve goes down. So if you're having reflux, if your gut motility, meaning that squeezing motion, if you're not having daily bowel movements, all of these things are going to indicate that your vagus nerve is not working as well. We've done videos on that. Check out our YouTube channel. Brittany, go ahead and pop that link down below. If you guys have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, jump on that one. You can look at all of our videos that we've done over the last however many years and search them. Find autoimmune, find thyroid, find vagus nerve, anything you're looking for in there. It will also, so that vagus nerve issue will also throw off tone to our sphincters. And so if you've heard of SIBO, small intestine bacterial overgrowth, that will also be because of this vagus nerve issue and potentially that brain injury as well. So all of this is going to suppress that immune system. So if you have had a concussion, head injury, brain injury like that, Janet, great job taking yoga and working on balance in class. Yeah, even brushing your teeth. Bring one of your feet up and do movements and all types of different things. Try a lot of different things there. So thanks, love, for having you guys on. I have MS. Balance is an issue. Is that a cerebellum or both? So it definitely could be cerebellum, but the MS depends on which nerves are being attacked and which part of the brain is being attacked as well. So, but yes, stimulating that cerebellum definitely is going to be helpful for your balance issue. So that TBI, that brain injury, is also going to increase that inflammatory process, and it's going to impair the immune system as well. So think about this. It is not just take the magic supplement, take the magic herbs, what protocol do I need to do for the immune system? Our bodies are so much more complex than that. And I wish it was as easy as, hey, you know what, get your vitamin D up to 70 and you'll never get sick again. But that is not the case. You've got, in your brain, you've got sleep, you've got stress, you've got head injuries, you've got deficiencies of certain parts of the brain. All all these different things that are going to affect your immune system, and you've got to address that. One of the best things that we do in office is to do a brain map, and then we're able to do what's called neurofeedback. So if you're close to the Tennessee or the Colorado offices, drop us a line. Even if you're 5, 6, 7, 8 hours, we had somebody from 9 hours away come in yesterday, do that brain map and able to get the information as to which parts of the brain are out of balance and what we can do to correct those. So Sherry, great to see you. Charlene, yes, so Charlene in Kansas City, awesome. Yeah, Brittany just popped down below the YouTube channel. So jump on there. There's a search bar in there, and you can search any topic that you're looking for and subscribe to that as well, and you will get notified. So even if you're not on Facebook much, check out the YouTube channel. So love having you guys on. Stay strong out there. Keep that immune system going, but not just with supplements, with keeping your body as strong as possible. So thanks for being on, guys. Make it a great day.